Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video here on Swealth Academy. My name is Gibmoses, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at Litecoin against the USD. So, looking at Litecoin, looks fantastic. We have a bunch of questions. Where are they? Right over here that you guys asked in our previous video. So, starting with question number 1, how do I start with support and resistance? So if you're a beginner in this market, I highly suggest you know your support and resistance. Otherwise, life is gonna be hell. Okay. So support and resistance. This is a complete foundation. Um, for each question, I'm not gonna go in depth just because if I do, oh Lord, this video is gonna go for hours, and I mean 3 to even 5 hours. Okay. So I'm just gonna give you a brief description, and it's your homework to go more in depth and do your research. Okay. So right here, starting with support and resistance, what is a support? So a support line, basically, it indicates to you where there's demand. You can see how price is acting to the upside. Support line. That's what a support line is price is acting to the upside. And you can go on any time frame and it works, okay? You can go on stocks, on Tesla, on Amazon, doesn't matter what. And it works. So support lines, they indicate to you where there's going to be demand. And vice versa, resistance line are where there's going to be selling pressure. So selling pressure, selling pressure, selling pressure. So if you're looking for some quick scalps, this might be your thing. You know, some support and resistance, mix them with indicators and all that fun stuff. And then in our next couple of questions, I'm going to be showing you our my top indicators that I use. So make sure you stay tuned if that's something that interests you. So support and resistance, brief description once again. Make sure you go do your homework. Like I said, if I go more in depth, support and resistance alone is going to take a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But as long as you understand that support, price is always going to the upside, you're golden, right? And if you want to learn how to draw them, search it up on YouTube. It's you connect your first, second dot. That's how I've been doing it. And you just draw a beam all the way down. Same thing with this one. Connect first, second, and just let the beam go down. And there we go, okay? So make sure you do your homework, guys. I'm just giving you a brief description. Hopefully, I'll have to find out. Maybe next video I can just focus on one question and just teach you something instead of, rushing through the questions. So question number 2 by Jason. So pause the video, do whatever you gotta do, read the question. So I have a question about Litecoin's performance during the bull market compared to what happened 3 years ago. Bitcoin has sailed past its 19K all-time highs months ago. Ethereum has set all-time highs. So what's the difference about Litecoin? Well, here's the thing, my friend. With Litecoin or every single cryptocurrency, they all have different algorithms printing, okay? So Litecoin, it's late, yes, but the time will come. They're all printing different algorithms. So XRP, Litecoin, Ethereum, OMG, Qtum, they're all printing different algorithm. They have different bots running. Therefore, they're not going to print in the same, they're not going to rocket in the same time, okay? They're not going to impulse to the upside in the same time. They all have different time frames set for them. I hope that answers your question. Please do a video on fib retracements, extensions, target prices. Okay, still trying to learn Fibonacci's. Great question. Let's get straight into this. So Fibonacci retracements, why are they used? Okay, first thing you must understand is why do investors use Fibonacci tools? So the reason is these Fibonacci tools that you draw from the bottom to the highest give you an indication of where there's going to be a reversal, okay? A potential reversal or support. So for example, we have our 382, price acted to the upside just a little bit. and then it failed. Therefore, it went to our second support. If I never, there's this 0.5, it's not really common, so I'm gonna go ahead and erase it. So we have our zero, although some people use it, I don't, okay? It's a weak resistance. So we have our 0.618. You can see how price acted to the upside, came back, retested our 786. These give you an indication where there's going to be a potential reversal to the upside. Our deepest, so this 886, so these numbers mean something, okay? Our 886 would be considered our deep demand zone where it's an automatic buy. For me, it's an automatic buy. For other investors, God knows what they do. But from what I've seen, 886 tends to be our deep demand zone, and up it goes, okay? And the way you draw them, like I mentioned, go on TradingView, whatever trading platform, fib retracements, you take your lowest low to the highest high, and then assuming that this is the highest high, once you do your indicators, patterns, everything, and you have your top, you get your bottom and your top, and then you get your retracements, okay? So a common retrace is our 0.618 golden retrace. But what about targets? So let's say you entered a trade. Let's say you bought Litecoin at $180. How would you predict your next target? So assuming that you found your complete bottom, you're gonna take your top to your bottom, and this would give you an indication of where our next target will be. So it's gonna do its thing. Up we go for that 0.618. Expect some retracement, and it can go as high as 1.618. And if there's a lot of demand, it can go even way higher to the 2.618, which is all the way up here, okay? So once again, I'm gonna go over it one more time. And once again, your homework, go in depth about Fibonacci retracements. How do you draw them? What's the numbers, the meaning behind the numbers, and so on, okay? So you're gonna go ahead. If you're trying to find your retracement, how far down it's gonna go, you take from lowest to highest, just like that. And it tells you how far down it's gonna go. So right here, 786, and vice versa. If you're looking to get how far up it's gonna go, you're gonna take it from the top, highest pivot point, to your lowest, and then these should be your targets, okay? So 0.618, 786, 886, and so on, okay? Hope that answers your question, my guy. What's your name? Bean. Oh, I like that name. Beans. Hope that answers your question. What are your best 3 indicators? What should I study? Oh, Lord. Good question. I mean, you guys have some very good questions. So, top indicators. Right here, I have them set for you. So, we have our MACD. You can go ahead up to your indicators. MACD, RSI, very commonly used. And I know this is going to be surprising, but the volume indicator. So these are my top indicators. And of course, I don't only use these just alone. I like mixing them with Elliott waves, harmonics, everything that I can, okay? So finding bullish diversions, hidden diversions, search up what they are. Let me write them down. So take a screenshot, whatever you gotta do. And bullish diversions. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Diversions with MACD and RSI, okay? Search up this on YouTube. You know what? I might actually do a single video for each one of these questions. I'll try. But here's what you can do on YouTube right now. If you're looking, for a more in-depth, search up what hidden divergence means, bullish divergence, very accurate data. How long is this video? Oh, okay, we still have time. There's a limit when recording, therefore I can't keep on yapping. So right here, let's see what a bullish divergence is. So this right here, for example, when you have this going on, so price is making higher highs, and then you have RSI making lower lows. This right here is bullish divergence, indicating that price is going to go up, right? However, if this was up here and this wasn't drawing, then no, I would not play this trade. That's bullish divergence. And vice versa, you have hidden divergence. So just like this over here, let me go ahead and erase this. So hidden divergence would be this right here. You have lower high on price and higher high on price, indicating that price is going to go down. Okay. And then you might get some, nice bullish harmonic. Here's where you can combine your Elliott waves, or no, not Elliott waves, your Fibonacci's. You take your lowest low. Now that we know there's bearish divergence indicating that we're going to go lower, take your lowest low to your highest high, and price is expected to fall down to here, maybe 786 and the 886. So once again, take a screenshot of this. I don't know where it went. Hidden and bullish divergence. Let's go to question number G Money. Good stuff, bro. I appreciate your support. So pause it, do whatever you got to do, read the question. So I'm trying to learn the Fib and Elliott waves like you present them. Where do I start, my friend? Good question. So before you can start with Elliott waves, Fibonacci's, make sure, like I said, you start with your basics, intermediate, and then move on to the more advanced stuff. Assuming that you did, where do you start? I say here, I'll give you the complete basics right now, and then I'll give you some good suggestions of what you should be looking at. So as we know, Elliott waves, they go in 5 moves, right? Every single waves are in 5. Once it reaches the top, 5th wave, down we go. Wave 2 tends to be the deepest one, whereas wave 3 tends to be the most impulsive one. And you can add Fibonacci's. I'm trying to learn the Fibonacci. So I went over Fibonacci levels, and you can combine them, right, to your Elliott waves. And the way that you do is you would take your lowest low to your highest high, assuming that you have no idea how far down it's going to go. You can go to either one of this, the 886, if it's 786, and the 0.618. We'll assume it goes to the 0.618. And then to get wave 3, how far up is going to go, you're going to take your Fibonacci level tool, measure from number 1, from the highest high to your lowest low, and that will give you how far up it's going to go. So a common, retrace for wave 3 tends to be our 1.618, unless fixed ended, and you'll learn more about that later on. Is going to be at 2.618. So let's say it's extended, and once it reaches up here at 2.618, you're going to go ahead, pull out your Fibonacci level tool, Control F, or LF, my bad, shortcut, Control LF, from bottom to highest, and then this would be your next retracement, either the 382 or the 618. Bingo. And then once you get the complete bottom at 618, you're going to take your 3rd wave, drag it all the way to 4th wave, and then you should be looking at your 1.618, unless extended, then you're looking at 2.618. And there's more in depth, right? I can go way more in depth. Once again, that's your homework, my friend. G Money. And here's one book I highly suggest you guys read if you're into Elliott waves and all that. Harmonic Elliott wave. I'm going to post the book in the comment section. Very valuable information. Let's move on to the next question. Great question, by the way. when we hit our target, should we expect a similar July 2019? Okay, so this was from our previous video that I did. So the question is, I did a video explaining how Litecoin is copying the same exact fractal. This fractal right here is copying the same exact thing right over here, okay? So same thing is copying over again. And Nick is asking, great question. He's asking, are we going to copy the same exact dump to the downside? Are we going to have the same, retracement to the downside? And here's one thing you must understand is wave 2, no, we're not. Okay, to answer it short, no, we're not going to have a deep retracement because wave 2 tends to be the deepest one, and then we have our 3 like we mentioned earlier. 4 tends to be a shallow one, and then 5, okay? So right here, looking at Litecoin, wave 2 is very deep, and then we have our wave 3 up at 400, 500, and then we go for a shallow 4th wave and 5th wave. And let me actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and measure it using Fibonacci's. More practice, the more you see people doing it, the better you'll become. So I'm gonna take my Fibonacci. Oh no. The way that you would start, take your lowest low to your highest high. Bingo, just like that. It triggered the 886, indicating that this is a very deep retrace. Once you get that low, you go ahead, do your thing, measure from top to lowest. So we should reach around 1.618 unless we extended, then we're heading all the way to 2000. We're sticking safe. 1.618. How far is 4th wave gonna be? Go ahead, do our thing, measure from low to highest. You're looking at about 382. So around, holy shit, I actually did not notice that. So you're looking at about 141 to around $200 for a retracement, 4th wave. So no, it's not going to be that deep, as we mentioned, Nick. It's going to be a shallow retrace, and it shouldn't be that long as wave number 2, okay? And then up we go for that last 5th wave. That should take us to around 1.618. Unless extended, then you're looking at 1600. If you guys haven't watched our long-term analysis for Litecoin, I'm gonna post it above. Go watch it. I highly suggest you guys go watch it. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get 200 likes. 200 likes. I know you guys can do it. I'll see you guys in the next video.